Hey everybody. Wow, can you believe it? According to a study by CNBC, they found that 69% of Americans only have $1,000 or less in their savings account. And I used to be a part of that. And today I'm going to show you how I was able to save more money. Also, as well, how I was able to raise my credit score. And when you're in that hole, it feels like you just can't get out. So stick around. I'll show you how I did it to get out of this vicious cycle. Welcome back to the show. If you're new to the channel, smash that like button and subscribe. It really helps me grow. So yeah, as I said earlier, it's crazy. Only 69% of Americans they have less than $1,000. Also, 15% of Americans have over $10,000. And I used to be just last year. Actually, take that back. 2019. Man, time's going by so fast. We're in 2021 already, halfway through the year almost. But in 2019, I was $10,000 in debt. I had gotten a personal loan, and even though I spent that money for a good cause, you know, paid off my wedding. Not paid off. I paid for my wedding with that loan. Went to my honeymoon to Chiapas and Cancun. It was the best experience of my life. It was worth it. But still, nonetheless, when I came back from my honeymoon, you know, I had to start paying back that loan back, and that feeling when you're in debt is the worst feeling in the world. And some people, I don't know how they do it. They just carry that debt with them, and it seems like a hole that they never get out of. Luckily, I was able to get out of it. Um, yeah, I just had to change my habits. Um, One of the biggest things that I did or that I kept doing was eating out. So instead of going to a restaurant, um, you know, spending $40, $50 at a restaurant, I started eating more at home, and it was a lot healthier. Getting more vegetables. You always hear this that the vegetables are more expensive. It's not. What's expensive is when you add soda, when you add chips, all these junk food. Like, the junk food really is expensive. Eating healthy is not expensive. So that is a myth. I can tell you that right now. So how did I fall into the trap? Well, like Bill Burr likes to say, the ladies. Yeah, I man, I was buying clothes. I was getting new cars. At one point, I was paying for two cars. I had a Dodge Durango and a Toyota Corolla, brand new. And the payments for both of those cars was $1,000 a month. So just imagine $1,000 a month just going to paying off that car. Guys, I'm telling you right now, and not just guys, girls as well. The worst thing you can do with your money is buy a new car. I know you are very tempted, especially if you're young. It's your first car. You know, you want to look good, you want to feel good. But man, I'm telling you, it is the biggest hindrance, man. Instead, go ahead and invest that money, man. The whole point of a car is to get you to point A to point B. If you think that a car is gonna get you, you know, it may will. A nice car may get you a nice looking girl, but that's all. That's it. You're not gonna get. You're not gonna find the love of your life based on the car. It's about you. And believe it or not, I'm talking to my boys right now. Believe it or not, women they pick up on this. They want a secure future as well. So if you're spending all your money on a car, they're picking up on that. They're like, all right, this guy's not he's not financially stable, or he's reckless with his money. The best thing you can do is focus on yourself, invest, and think about the future. And, hey, I'm not telling you you can't spoil yourself. See, I wish I had this advice. What you can do, if you want a great looking car, man, buy it used. I have no issue with that. You want to get a new Like I said, don't get a brand new car. First of all, you gotta go through the bells and whistles. If it's a brand new car, there's always, car makers are trying to figure out how to make the car work, and sometimes you have issues with the car, problems, engine problems, things like that. So you don't want to deal with that cost. When you get a used car, especially if you have talk to somebody who has records and maintenance, oh man, you can tell that car is in great condition, and it's been through a couple of mileage, it's been worn out, right? And if it's still there, hey, it's good. And like I said, man, I wish I would have learned this when I was younger, but I'm passing on this knowledge to you. So fellas, just if you want a really awesome car, and plus I think you get more bang for your buck if you think about it. You get a used car and you'll get a badass car, man, better than a new car. You could, let's say with the Challenger, you get a SRT8 Challenger used for 15,000, or you can get with the brand new Challenger, a V6, less power, right? But it's brand new for $30,000. Hey, the whole point is the performance, right? So go for the used, man. Don't be ashamed. Plus, nobody asks, is it new car? Is it used? If it's a badass car, that's all they're gonna focus on, man. Alright, so I had car debt, I had personal loan debt, but thankfully I never fell into the trap of credit card debt, and that's where they really get you. I mean, we're talking about interest as high as what, 24.99%. It's ridiculous. Um, guys, and I don't know how. I have friends and family members who have multiple credit cards. I know one person who had more than 10 credit cards. That's the craziest thing. How many credit cards do you need? And I'm not bashing nobody. Like I said, we learn from our mistakes, right? So, first thing you want to do is limit your credit cards. If you have too many credit cards, cut the new ones out. Because, like I said, I'm also talking about credit score, right? You want to keep your credit score up. So, you always want to keep your oldest card. That's one of the factors that goes into your credit score. Keep the oldest card. The brand new cards, you can cancel those. How many cards do you need? One, two, maybe the max three. But for me, all I need is one card. Why? For an emergency. But I have my emergency money saved up already. I mean, I don't know what kind of emergency I can think of where I would need a credit card. But hey, life always comes at you unexpectedly. So that was the first step. If you're having issues with debt, shut down those credit cards, man. You're paying interest, and it's just a waste of money. You're throwing your money down the drain. Second, the personal loan. So I had a high personal loan. I think I was paying about 10% on that interest. 10% interest on that loan. The way I did it, I went about it was I just saved a check each month. One check, put it aside. I think my monthly payment was like $420, something like that. $420. So I would put a check on the side, and it was like $700. So I would put $700 and just pay it off. It took me about I would say about a year, perhaps, because eventually I had the little money saved up as well, and I just ended up paying off in full. And I cannot stress this enough, how relieved I was to get that personal loan out of my back. That was my biggest debt, and if you tackle the biggest problems first, you get those out of the way, then the other ones that are smaller, easy. So then I had my car debt. I didn't have too much left on it because I had already paid it over the years, but eventually I paid those off, and here I am, 2021, debt free. We're still in the pandemic, but I'm debt free. Like, oof. I'm so happy. Like, you guys cannot understand this feeling. So the secret there is no secret. You just gotta form habits. You gotta make up your mind. That's it. Simple as that. And you can read books. You can. I mean, here you are watching this YouTube, but just take action. That's the biggest thing. Take action, and like I said, tackle the biggest debt you have. Get that out of the way as soon as possible. Once you get that, the other ones will be easier. And speaking of habits, at one point before the pandemic, um, I had two jobs. So, for some of you, you may only have one job, and if you're really trying to pay off that debt, it's okay. Get another part-time job. So then eventually, I was working two full-time jobs. Man, it was hell, but it was worth it. The results are worth it. And something I learned is, when you push yourself, you can achieve anything. It's also why I started this podcast. Now I only have one job, but the income is not the same. But I'm not stressed because, like I said, I have no debt, so I can put more time into growing this podcast, giving advice, helping out people, man. Because I never got that advice, and hopefully I can help someone out here who may need help. So how did I raise my credit score? Simple. I just had that one credit card, and that's it. Instead of using it to fund my lifestyle, or for entertainment, whatnot, I just used it for the essentials. I need gasoline in my car, so every week, I gotta fill up the tank. So I put $70 on my credit card, and rather than waiting till the next month to pay it off, I just wait about a week. I let it, sit right there in the account, and I pay it off immediately 1 week later, or some people, give it a couple of days. But know when is your cycle. Make sure your statement, that way it doesn't stay there, and you just pay it instantly, man. You don't want to pay that 25% interest rate that a lot of these credit cards are charging. As I stated earlier, some of you have multiple cards. Get rid of the newest cards, man. You don't need that many cards. Keep your oldest cards. That way your credit score doesn't take such a huge hit. Because one of the factors is length of time holding credit. So if you keep your oldest card, you should be good. Let's see. What's another big factor? Oh, your debt to income ratio. Same thing. That goes back to why I paid off my credit card all the time. Before even a month passed by, because that debt to income ratio is another huge factor. So if they see that you're responsible, that you're paying on time, that you don't have high amount of debt, that you don't have a lot of credit cards, it shows that you're a low risk. Credit card companies may not be happy with you because they want to make the money off of those fees and those interests, right? But for you, man, you'll be happy. Your wallet will be happy. Trust me. So I know this was a short video, but hopefully it was informative. Hopefully it helped somebody out. And if anybody needs help, perhaps a friend needs help, feel free to recommend this video, man. Because like I said, I was in that hole, and there's no feeling, man. It's just despair, and you feel stuck. As soon as as soon as you're out from that debt, you have more money, you have more things to invest in. Like I said, I have my whole new podcast setup going on. So before, I would have never had the money, or if I did, it's because I would have been borrowing it, and you just can't keep doing that, man. You can't do that for the rest of your life. You gotta reach a point, and hey, I want to be a homeowner, so you gotta save that money. Not just save, invest that money so it can grow. And that'll probably be another topic I'll save for another day. So if you haven't done it yet, hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and let me know what other topics you would like me to discuss. And thank you for all the support. Bye, everybody.